Editing David here, and I just wanted to let you know that at the beginning of this video I am quite awkward, I am quite stiff, and it is a little bit cringe, but if you stick with it I loosen up towards the end. Just first video and all that. One man, 7 days, no money, a dream of selling his own clothes, and a world of pain if he cannot succeed. Hello guys! Over the next week, I've challenged myself to build a clothing brand from scratch with no money. If, in that week, I can get myself one sale, I'll count that as pretty successful. This idea initially came to me whilst I was playing TKO on Jackbox with some friends, and I realised you can buy the designs after you and your friends have played the game. This intrigued me, as it told me Jackbox have created a clothing business without having to pay for any designs and probably very little cost. I really wanted to see if I could replicate that success. So, day one, here we are. And I have no idea how to build a business, how to make a clothing label, or how I'm going to advertise. My first port of call has to be researching.
A few moments later.
Throughout my research, I found blog after blog telling me to get employees, pay for market research and pay for designs. What part of for free do they not understand? There is some good news. I managed to find websites like RedBubble who do on-demand printing. And there's this new up-and-coming app which is really hip. All the kids are on it. It's called TikTok. Tomorrow, we move on to the design. So, here we are, day 2. And I've decided that my best chance is to cast a wide net. So I've set up a RedBubble account, an Amazon merch account, and an Etsy store. All of which I will be putting my designs onto. This should allow me to reach as many people as possible and hopefully make that one sale that I need to make. To make these designs, I've gone for 3 different approaches. The first involves finding images uploaded by the British Museum of old texts and old drawings and paintings which are now in the public domain, and editing them to look better and look cool so that I can put them on a t-shirt. Second, I'm going to do some memey, cringy phrases that I can just stick on a t-shirt with a cool font and upload them to Amazon merch. And then finally, because everyone likes to be told they're great without having to put in any effort, I'm going to do some zodiac signs. So, I've just woken up, it's day 3. I was up till about 2-3 AM finalising the designs to upload to RedBubble, and I've already given up on Amazon merch, the zodiac signs, and Etsy. So now it is all just down to RedBubble. I've taken the approach of throw as much shit at the wall and hope it sticks. So please, let me show you my shit. With the artistic, non-text based designs, I actually put in quite a lot of effort. Like I said, staying up to like 2-3 AM on day 2. But for the text-based ones, I sort of just tiredness took over. So what's left to do now? See if we get any views on the store. Make TikToks on day 4 to promote this challenge and the site. And if all else fails, throw more shit at the wall and post more designs. So, day 4, and we've had an absolute shocker. All the designs I uploaded, I checked to make sure they were working, to make sure the links were working, and they weren't. It was fully broken. So I did hours and hours and hours of Googling to get no answers. I've had to delete them and just re-upload them, which means the last 3 days, no, more so just yesterday, have taken a big chunk out of my life. So I've made 0 sales, had 0 views, and 0 people buying. I was a defeated man, but something came over me. Something I hadn't felt since Dyer slotted the ball into the bottom corner. Hope. And I will go on to promote the shit out of these designs, and I will make that one sale. Unfortunately for me, the UK's still in a lockdown, so I can't go out on the street and beg people to buy my products or show people my designs in the street. I'm going to have to start making some TikToks. So right, anyway, we're on day 5, and I'm just going to go get myself some lunch. Basically, let me just put you guys down. Let me put you down over there. So that now that I've got you like settled down and sat down, I'm gonna make myself some lunch because I've been doing TikTok, and video editing all day. We've had 18 views on the store, so hey, we're going up, but we're not made any sales. So we've not made any sales, got 18 views. I'm gonna throw some more shit at the wall, like I said. So I'm gonna make some more designs. I'm gonna make them in paint. So they're probably going to be a lot shitter than the first designs that we've uploaded. I'll show you guys pretty much that whole process, probably speed it up so it's not dragging on for too long, and then show you the designs once they're finished. Hopefully we make a sale in the next 2 days, because I really, really don't want to be having that chili oil. So here I am, I'm back at the desk, finished the designs. So, you have a look at the process and let me know in the comments how shit you think these designs are and if you could have done any better. So the first design I went for was Frog. He's sort of like got bias towards the left side, which I didn't notice until I actually uploaded onto the site. I thought he was really symmetrical, but I wasn't going to go through and fix it. I swear there used to be a way in Paint that you could mirror down the screen, but I've not used Paint in so long that I actually have no idea. But yeah, so I got a frog done, got a frog uploaded. Then I made myself a dog. Not the world's best dog. Started out looking a bit like Eve from WALL-E, but you know, we finished it. He looked all right in the end, like good enough. The octopus is probably the one I found the most interesting. I really enjoyed making the octopus. I thought the octopus looked cool as fuck. And then I uploaded, I think it was a school bus, but yeah, that one I put almost no effort into. But those 3, I spent longer with them than I would like to admit. Day 6, and despite my TikToks making moves, getting likes, getting views, I've made no sales. That's what it's come down to. Still no sales on day 6. So, desperate times, desperate measures. We are reducing the markings down from 10% to 1%, because I'm not bothered about making a profit at this point. I just want to make the sale so I don't drink chili oil. If I hadn't been in my final year of uni and I had more time to dedicate to this throughout the week, instead of having to do it on the side with my coursework, I reckon I could have got some more designs, better designs out there, and really made a real go of it. So this is something I'd like to revisit maybe in a year or 2 when I'm no longer at uni. But we'll see. Hopefully day 7 has a better end result for us. So it's now about 10 o'clock on the final day and still no sales. I'm giving myself till about 7 PM. If I don't have a sale by then it's chili oil, here we come. Yeah, I'm not too hopeful. So today it's maybe make some TikToks. I don't know, I'm not sure if I have the motivation for it. Fear can be a great motivator, but this might be it. I'll give an update later on throughout the day.
Later that same evening.
Hey, it's 4 o'clock on the last day of the challenge. and lovely and sunny outside in the UK today. And I made a sale. Got the email through earlier. I will show it here now. It should be on the screen. We did it. I don't need to drink any chili oil. Handheld at the moment because as soon as I saw the email, I wanted to capture my live reaction. Few final things to say on the topic. It's clearly not a get rich quick scheme. It takes time, it takes effort, and it does take some amount of skill. And I was reading a Reddit thread because I was worried that I wouldn't get any sales, and people were saying it took them like 4 or 5 months to get their first sales through. So, not going to get rich quick, but it was a fun little experiment to do, and I'd like to do it again with some more time dedicated to it, as mentioned previously. Cheers.